Hey Scott, it's Rodrigo with Aesthetic Web Solutions. I basically, redid your website using WordPress in the interest of time. Um, so basically, a few things changed, and now you're able to also upload galleries. This is my local copy of the website, so nothing that you see right now it's actually live. Um, the other difference between the local copy and the live copy is also the band page. Basically, you see the band members, and every band member is linked to their own page. So, in the final version, you'll be able to do so as well. But for now, I removed the linking because you didn't have any content for every band member. But I'll show you basically how you can edit those pages, and then I'll unlock the functionality once you have the content done. So, to log in into your website, I'll send you the actual URL for the live version, but in my local version, I have to go to this page right here, and then I'm gonna enter my credentials, which are different for you. I will attach this to the email that you will receive. And this is the WordPress dashboard. It contains a summary of the website, and then there's two types of pages: what WordPress calls posts and pages themselves. So the way I organize your content is all the pages that you see to the left of the website are actually here, and the child pages are denoted by an M dash. So these pages in particular are children to their parent page, which is the band. So if you change this, this is gonna break the code. But if you had to add a new band member, for example, what you would do is click on Add New Pages, and then enter your band member, and then his bio. So whatever content you may need. Um, Something like that. And then you would make sure that you specify the band as the parent for this page, because this is a band member. So say I played guitar or something, and you wanted to add it to the title, you can do that. Publish your content. The order itself matters, so if you wanted to shove Rodrigo to the very bottom of the page, you just go, you change the order. Right now you have 10 band members, so I will be number 11. So you publish that, and now you can actually view the page directly, or you can actually go back to the site and navigate to it. So if I go to the band, I should be able to see Rodrigo Flores at the bottom and click on it, and I would see the page that I just created for this band member. One of the new things now is that you can also upload images and post them with your pages. So I'll give you an example. You want to upload a new picture, you just select the files, and I have some sample files here. So for example, we're gonna go to otw sample images, and then we're gonna call this random picture. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, but let's see, that one, open. And then here, I have a few things that you can edit for search engine optimization purposes. Not a really big deal. You don't really have to do it. The other important thing to change is the alignment. So I would typically recommend that you shove images to the right, because otherwise they tend to break the formatting, for example, of unordered lists. You basically don't want to find out it. I would recommend it just to align them to the right. For images within the content, you may also want to get rid of the actual link so that they don't go anywhere, and save your changes. So now the image itself is associated with the post, but you still have to insert it into the post so that you can actually see it. So if I update this page now, I can basically go to the page, refresh it, and the image will be there. The other thing that you can do is actually resize it within WordPress. So if you think, oh, this image is too big, I want to make it smaller, you can do that. You go back to the page, you select the image properties, and you can change the size. So if I wanted to make it 70% of what it actually is right now, I would just update it and then update the post itself. So now when I refresh this page, the image should be smaller. You'll also notice that once you're logged in, you can go back to the website and you'll see this administration bar that basically lets you jump to different administration areas. But on top of that, every page actually has an edit button. So once you're logged into the website, you can actually go back to the website itself and find the content that you want to edit and click on the edit button. So for example, if I was on About the Show and I wanted to add an image to this page in particular, I can do it by clicking on the edit button. It takes me to that administration area specifically right away, and I can add a new image to this particular page. So I can select the file, say I wanted to add this image, open it, and then, change the title, our band or something like that, whatever you want, and save your changes. So once you save your changes, you can actually insert it into the website. Say you wanted to insert a thumbnail instead, you can actually do that. And I want to align it to the left, just for the sake of example, not recommended. Insert it into the post, and now the image is there, right? For example, I forgot to remove the linking, so I'm pretty sure that once I go back to this particular page, I will see the image right there. So there you go. There's your image. If I wanted to change this in particular again, I can just click on the edit button. It'll take me to this page. I can change the image settings, and I can link it somewhere if I wanted to. So for example, google.com, update. And now if I see this page, you'll see the image right there. So say you didn't like the image after all, you can simply delete it and go back to the image manager, show this image, and instead of inserting it as a thumbnail, you want to insert it as a medium-sized image or as a full-size image. You can do that as well. Insert into the post. Now the image is bigger. You update it, and now if you go back to the website and refresh this page, you'll see that the image is now bigger. And see what I mean? I personally like images floated to the right a lot more than floated to the left. And I'll basically, when you have paragraphs like that, you can run into this kind of display problems. So I would totally recommend shoving them to the left. To the right instead of to the left. So, I can edit this particular image, change the alignment, update this, and now it's actually displaying to the right. If I go back to the post itself, now it's, it looks a lot better this way. So, this is how you do images. The other alternative now is to create new galleries. The way I set this up, this would be the workflow that you follow. So, just bear with me. If I go back to the dashboard, your images are actually posts. So the images page, the galleries page, you will never have to edit. If I go into the gallery page, what I see is that I'm actually using a special template for it, and this template calls all the posts that are classified as galleries. So for example, I'm gonna delete this post and I'm gonna recreate it. I can go to the trash and delete it permanently. But for the sake of example, I'm gonna recreate this post. So we're gonna create a new gallery page. We're gonna call it new gallery page, and I'm gonna make a brief description, and then I'm gonna insert the gallery itself. To insert the gallery, I have to go again into the media manager. I have to select the files that I want to make part of this gallery. So say I wanted to select all these files, I can just hold down shift and click on the files that I want to select, or I can hold control and do them specifically if I want to skip some. But if I hold shift, I can select them all quickly, just like that. So I'm gonna open this, and then it's gonna upload all of them. In the live version, it's gonna take longer because it takes longer to upload online. But now all these files are actually part of the post, and since they are all images, I can actually insert it as an image. And I can select the number of columns that I want to have, which I would recommend 4, because that's the best resolution that you have. If I wanted to reorder them, all I have to do is drag and drop, and I can basically change the order in which they are displayed. Say I like this image a lot and I want it to be the first one. I can do that. So I want to save my changes, and I'm going to insert the gallery in this case. So now there's a gallery object on your post, and the other thing that you can do is actually split it into 2 different sections, and this applies to every page. So also, when you're creating a gallery, don't forget to classify it as a gallery. So here you have your categories. In this case, this is a gallery page, so we want to make sure that we select the gallery category. I'm gonna publish this as it is, and I know I made a mistake on purpose. So, if I select view the post, nothing's gonna look weird. But if I go into the galleries page, you'll notice that the gallery itself has the actual thumbnails as part of the introduction, which you may not want to have all the time. You can choose to have your galleries displayed like that if you want to, but if you want to display them more like this, more like a search result, like this area right here, all you have to do is split the content. And what I mean by that is basically you're gonna go back into the page itself, you're gonna place your cursor right after the introduction, and then you're gonna insert this special WordPress function called more tag. If I select this, it's gonna split the page into 2, and now if I update it and I go back to the page itself and refresh the content, you'll see now that there's an introduction and there's a link to the full gallery page. If I click on it, then I see the whole thing. So basically, that's how it works. And this basically covers most of the content functionality for your website. I'm gonna stop right here, and I'm gonna record another video just talking about the media section, which is a little bit more special for different ways, in different ways. But now you have your songs and your videos, and they actually play nicely and everything. So just bear with me, and if you have any additional questions, let me know. You'll always have access to these videos, so if you ever forget how to do something in particular, please refer back to them or give me a call, and I'll be happy to assist you.